Melanie, thank you.
I was just thinking, Paul, I can see you as one of those reporters in the hurricane with, hanging onto a light pole with goggles on. Here I am.
Nah,
Look at me standing in this tornado.
I did my tornado chasing back in the day. I don't have any desire to sit out there because I've been in a tropical storm before. The raindrops in tropical systems, they're tiny. It's like being sandblasted. It's just like little needles hitting you. You just don't want
and it's
any
what
part
it's
of that.
blowing around too, right?
Yeah, so it's not only Matthew, but there's also a tropical system on the other side of the world, a typhoon, Typhoon Chaba. So the umbrella category is just tropical cyclones. Different parts of the world call them hurricanes, typhoons, or cyclones. This is damage that the typhoon did in Japan. Rain fell at a rate of 2 inches an hour in some areas, also spawned this tornado that toppled trees, damaged some homes, and the storm also hit South Korea. The country's Coast Guard had to rescue 6 people who were tossed from a ferry by rough waves there.
Whoa.
And then farther inland, rain causing big problems with flooding and landslides. And you can see here a house washed off its foundation, hitting a bridge and just getting torn apart. Other cities' cars are just floating down streets. So way too much rain there. We obviously hope we're not going to see anything like that in Florida as it hits. The Bahamas are dealing with it right now with Hurricane Matthew. So again, we have a couple different tropical systems in different parts of the world. This one, a lot closer to home. Moving through the Bahamas right now as a Category 3 hurricane. Maximum sustained winds, 125 miles an hour. So it's a major hurricane. The problem is it's going to get even stronger as it tracks towards Florida. The environment is very favorable with warm ocean water, very little wind shear to disrupt this storm strengthening. And so we're going to be watching it strengthen to likely a Category 4 hurricane. Let's track it with Futurecast with the clouds and radar simulation here. It is rare that you see the eye of a storm this well defined on model data. So we're just looking at a computer forecast, but it very clearly shows where the eye of the storm is going to make landfall, just north of West Palm Beach near Port St. Lucie, Florida. And then it tracks right up the coast, which means it's not going to be completely over land, which means its circulation isn't going to diminish all that fast. It's going to move up the coast towards Jacksonville by Friday evening. That's the point at which it's going to make its closest pass to the midstate, and it's going to be 500 miles away. So no direct influence on our weather other than some breezy conditions by Saturday. Let's track the amount of rain this is going to produce, and it is going to be substantial. Numerous threats with these tropical systems. You have the wind damage, of course. You also have the storm surge, which could be on the order of 8 to 10 feet along the eastern coast of Florida. The heavy rainfall, more than 4 inches of rain at least, likely 6 to 8, maybe 10 inches of rain. And Florida is a flat state, does not handle additional water all that well, especially when you're pushing more water on shore with the storm surge. But the wind damage, it can also spin up those isolated tornadoes as well. Here's where the Futurecast models are anticipating in terms of those wind gusts, and you can see it just tracking right along. We've got the wind particles turned on. You can see the wind really accelerating right around that center of that eye of circulation. Wind gusts over 120 miles an hour. Again, Category 4 strength. The maximum sustained winds could be up to 145 miles an hour. So a lot of wind damage, a lot of problems. Coastal erosion going to be a big issue. As it tracks farther northward, it is going to weaken a little bit, but not fast enough, and it doesn't look like there's much of a chance that this is going to stay offshore. Around here, our weather is going to remain calm. We have a little bit of fog out there in spots this morning, but we're looking good around Nashville, around Franklin. There is some fog in our usual foggy spot here in Carthage. That should dissipate pretty quickly, and we'll see a lot of sunshine throughout the day. No showers or thunderstorms anywhere close to us on the forewarned live radar. Lots of activity actually through the middle of the country. They have some severe thunderstorm warnings this early in the morning already in Oklahoma. Temperatures right now across the midstate, low 50s in eastern middle Tennessee, mostly around 60 degrees as we look towards the I-65 corridor, and then a little warmer farther to the west. Everybody's going to warm up though. Temperatures are going to climb up to around or above 80 degrees already by noon. The winds will gradually turn around to the northeast, but that's not going to cool us off at all. Temperatures are still going to be in the mid to upper 80s for highs this afternoon. More of the same once again tomorrow, and then some cooler air arrives in time for the weekend. It is going to be breezy on Saturday as the atmosphere gets squeezed by Hurricane Matthew, but that northeasterly wind is just going to drop us down to normal temperatures for Saturday and Sunday. Then we warm right back up next week with the next hint of rain, not until the middle of the week.
Paul, thank you.